Hello, sir. I am Ethel Baricuatro from BSIT 3A, and today I'll be walking you through our website. Our website is called FlipIQ, and in this website, students or teachers or any users, particularly just anyone basically, can take a quiz or create a quiz. But our terms used here are a deck, which is like a deck of cards, and flip, which is when you flip that card. Because what inspired us was the flashcards when someone flashes you a card and then there's the answer at the back. So we got that inspiration and we tried to incorporate it into this website. It's still a quiz type of website, but instead of um, knowing your scores at the end of the quiz, you get to know your scores in real time. We'll get through with that in a moment. So what you see here at first is the landing page, and in the landing page you can see there's the logo at the top left, and at the top right you can see the tabs home and log in. At the center of the page, you can see that there's an explore. At this section, it shows the decks that can be publicly viewed. And since we haven't logged in yet, we still need to log in. So let's click on login, and when you click on login, it redirects you to the login page where you see the input fields of email address and password. So let's try creating a new account by clicking sign up. As you click sign up, you get this who are you page. You get to choose what your role is as your account role. And doesn't really matter if you are a teacher or a student. It doesn't have any authentication or like that. Doesn't have any admin approvals. It's typically just a label in which when viewing other users profile accounts, you just see the account that they're a teacher or they're a student. Doesn't really matter, it's just a label. And so when you click on student or teacher, it then gives you the create an account page. Here we can input the first name, last name, email, password, and to confirm the password, to agree to the terms and conditions, and finally create an account. Of course, you can also, if you already have an account, you can also log in and then input your credentials. But as we create an account, it leads you to the landing page, which is home. And as we see here, there's still nothing since this is still the first account that we have made. And when you go to profile, since we have logged in, it then shows your profile. Here we've inputted John Doe as a student, and it has a history and created decks. In history shows the decks that a user has already answered or flipped. The flip is kind of like start or go, so we just use that term to be kind of on theme with the whole website being flashcards and everything. And so yeah, history and created decks. Since we haven't created a deck yet, we're going to make one or try to create one. As you can see, there are two ways to create a deck here in the created decks inside profile page, or at home at the landing page where there's a plus sign at the corner right bottom of the page, where it still leads you to the editing of a deck. And so we can also try creating an account for a teacher, but as I said before, the roles don't really matter. It's just a label, and it would just show up on your profile that you are a teacher or you are labeled as a student. Now let's try creating our first quiz or our first deck. as you press or click on add deck, it would then redirect you to the editing page or editing view of creating such a deck or quiz. Here you can edit the name of the deck. As a default, we've placed untitled deck as the default text there, but the user can edit that in any way she or he wants. Now, as you add a card, you then get this type of input field for each user. It's all the same regardless of the rule again, and the front input then shows the front side or the question of the card of each question. And as you can see, there's a number 1 at the top left of the card, which indicates the question 1, and there's the back input or the correct answer, which you type or you encode, or users in fact encode the correct answer to their question. And then there are choices. This is mostly just a multiple choice, since we've tried to keep it simple and easier to navigate or use. Okay, you can't see right now the options of each drop down box because I don't know what happened with the screen recording. I just asked for the screen recording since I wasn't the programmer. Our programmer just sent us the video, and yeah, but in the original code, in the actual code, you can actually see the drop down choices options, where you can select the time interval for per card and what subject the quiz is. You can also choose if it's not within the default subjects. You can choose other. And the visibility of the deck or the quiz, of course, when you set it to public, it can be seen in the explore section of the home page. And if you set it to private, the resource will only be visible to you unless you share it to you share the code to specific users. Okay, so our test deck, which is a math quiz, since it is it was published publicly, it can be seen here in the explore section or explore page, whatever you call it. I don't know the term. And as you can see, instead of go, we use the term flip, like just like flipping flashcards, flip. And since the deck hasn't been started yet, the math quiz won't actually be available for any users since the owner didn't start the deck yet. Once you created a deck, you can then look at the deck's summary or control panel, or I don't know what the term is, but when you click on the created deck that you made, instead of editing or deleting, just click on the deck, you can view, however, how many questions, how many cards you have, if it's public, if it's private, what subject it is, the title. You can then start the quiz or deck by clicking on start, and since we went inside the report page, you can see that there's a back button, and when you hit the back, it says let's start flipping, and also reminds the owner of the deck to make sure that he or she has everything before they start. Now they can copy the code of the deck and start the quiz. That's all to it. ends our walkthrough of the FlipIQ website made by Python and Django. Special thanks to the programmers, John Lloyd Camaso, and a very big special thanks to Kyle, Mario, and Ababan, which have been really great on this project. Communication was good, it was well, fine. And yes, all I can say is thank you for this opportunity, sir. This experience has been uh, great, and I look forward to even greater things that we can do under your teachful hats. Thank you, sir. Goodbye.